Hey everyone, how you doing today? So all dressed up. You see this? Got my dress shirt on, all that, and we're getting ready to go out to Chinese New Year. But before I did, wanted to make sure I had a video recorded for you, just in case I can't do the daily millionaire news when we get back, because Chinese New Year celebrations are legit, and this thing might go hours. So we're gonna make sure you have something before I leave. And this video is going to be hopefully pretty interesting. Hopefully it's one that's shared a bunch. As you all know, I've been trying to warn new or newbie multifamily investors. I think it's clear to me that we are very close to the top. I keep giving warnings, and you know, people that have been in the game 5, 6, 7 years keep telling me I'm crazy, and values are only going up. So I thought I would do is tell you the story about 3 different multifamily properties that were bought by newbie investors. And we're going to go through the full story, and we're going to talk about how it ended up. I really do believe avoiding the mistakes in real estate are important. I believe one of the most damaging mistake is buying at the top. And I don't know what else I could do except share with you 3 stories. One about a duplex, one about a 10 unit, and one about an 18 unit. So without further ado, let's just jump in and, talk about it. So again, this is specifically for the newbie investor, somebody who heard Grant Cardone, thinks bigger is better. You want to house hack a 4-plex or a duplex or whatever it is. Again, I keep telling you to learn your market, learn your asset. Don't be in a rush. It feels like sometimes I'm talking into the wind or whatever it is. Nobody's listening. Or worse, people are calling me a fool. So in this case, we're just going to break down 3 stories, and you tell me if I'm a fool. So here's the duplex. It's actually 2 single-family homes on one lot. They're both 800 square feet. They're actually mirrors of each other. One was built on the left back corner, and one was built on the right front corner. There's a fence separating of a path. And again, they're basically 2 houses, but one APN or one parcel number. Way back in 2009, when they first crossed my path, they were rented for $750 each. Rent today, as you'll see, is up a couple $100 or $950. But the story is on the right. Look at January 20th, 2006. This property was bought for $300 grand. And again, back in 2006, it rented for $750 or less. Again, this just goes back to the fact that when you buy at the top, you feel good, you're excited. You probably celebrated buying this duplex, right? You own 2 houses. Each house was only 150 grand. Wow, it's amazing. But unfortunately, you probably had a teaser loan or a 2 or 3 year lockup on it, and you had to go refi it, and that's when bad things happened. These properties could have been rented for $750 the whole time, right? You don't even have to make a mistake of having bad tenants or maintenance or anything like that. When you overpay and you buy at the peak, you lose the property, because eventually the market turns, rents get soft, you lose your job, who knows what happens. So the bank foreclosed on this property for $143. That's what you see March 19th. March 19th is the bank foreclosing. Then what you see on July 31st of 2009 is what I bought it for. I bought this property for 42 grand. It was neither were rented at this point. The bank kicked out the tenants. That's what they did between March and July. It needed about 10 grand each house. So, we were into the property 62 grand, right? 42 purchase, 10K repairs. And, we were off to the races. This is what I mean, right? Somebody got a loan, put probably 20% down, but they bought at the top. They overpaid. They let the excitement of the day tell them to do something. The next time I hear somebody tell me about, I want to buy a duplex or a 4-plex when they haven't done their homework, I'm going to scream. I do my homework every day. And right now, single family homes are better pricing, better yields, better returns. If you don't believe me, we'll see in the future, I guess. But here is a perfect example of somebody who was very happy to pay 300 grand. They lost it. The bank foreclosed at 143. And then because everybody was scared in 09, we picked it up for 42 grand. That's like 12% of the original purchase price, or 14%, I guess. So it can really get ugly. It can really get bad. But again, we own it. We're going to own it forever. It's a great property for us. So here's two other properties. We'll go left side first. So 18-unit building, 10 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 8 1-bedroom, 1-bath. This property was sold in 2006 for $1.44 million. Quickly, that's $80,000 a door. The building was producing about $10,000 a month in 06. Great news for the buyer of this property. It was owner financed. The owner only took 10% down and gave them an interest-only loan at 6%. Again, this is an owner financed property, 10% down back in 2006. The buyer of this thought they crushed it. They thought they were Sam Zell or Warren Buffett or whoever you want to be. Unfortunately, the real estate market or the employment market turned. Vacancies increased, repairs increased. This caused the owner to stop doing maintenance, to get worse and worse tenants, and ultimately the past owner who had owner financed it had to foreclose after years and years and years of struggle. We came into contact with this now owner or re-owner after he foreclosed, and we bought the property for $700K, zero down. The only thing we had to agree was put $50K in escrow for immediate repairs. And again, the owner financed it, and this time he financed it at 5% interest only. Pretty good deal. Rent's now $14,500 plus, and we actually refied this property 3 or 4 years ago, and the rates in the low 4s. So not a bad deal. Again, think about this. We're at the peak of the market. I don't know why people aren't listening, but things can change. Cap rates can go up, not only go down. The job market turns, and in Ohio or Tennessee or any of these other markets, and suddenly vacancies go up and you can't keep them rented. You got to give them move-in specials, all that stuff. You can lose your building. Again, the first duplex was sold for $300,000. We bought for $42,000. This 18-unit building was sold for $1.44 million. We bought for $700,000 in 09. Might have been 10. Maybe it was 2010. Last one we'll talk about is the 10-unit building. Again, somebody was really happy to buy this in 2005. It's all 1-bedroom, 1-bath for $480,000. They paid $48K a door and thought they stole it. I'm positive. It was less than the 1% rule. It was $5,000 a month. The owner on this one actually put 40% down, right? Almost $200,000. And a local lender, a local community bank financed it. After years of bad management, high turnover, repairs, the owner lost it. The community bank had to foreclose. They lost their entire 40% down. They lost their all the repairs they had done. And ultimately, the bank president looked us up because we own the building next door and offered to us for $220,000. So again, more than 50% off, and agreed to finance it as long as we just put 10% down. Rents now over almost $7,000. So again, these multifamily deals, I've seen them explode. I've seen them explode for bad management, for overpaying, for interest resets. I've seen what happens when the job market turns and tenants just become more difficult to manage. The prices being paid today for multifamily, you need perfect tenants. And I'm sorry, that's just not reality for years to come. If you're a limited partner in a multifamily deal, I feel for you. If you're already in, your preferred return's going to disappear or could disappear. You're going to get capital calls. And I think there's going to be a very profitable business sort of trying to do workouts in the future. So again, just be careful. I'm not anti-multifamily. In fact, we bought 16 doors last year. Just realize that I look at my market still every day. So don't be in a rush. You have the money. Congratulations. Figure out how to do your homework. If you need help, just look at the outline in the course that I have in the description below. Don't be like the person who bought the duplex at $300,000. Don't be the person that paid 1.44 for the 18 units. Don't be the person that paid 480 grand for the 10 units. When you buy at the top, it can really, really hurt. All right. I'm going to be really looking forward to the comments in this one, because I'm sure there'll be some people telling me that I'm crazy and that multifamily is the only way to go, but we'll see. Have fun, everyone. We're going to go celebrate Chinese New Year.